What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB. So this is not a review at all. This is just me coming on camera letting you guys know about a new show that I will be reviewing on January 15th on OWN. It'll be on at 10/9 Central. Check your local listings to see what channel OWN is. If you guys watch, other shows, you guys know which OWN is, like Greenleaf, Haves and Have-Nots, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Ready to Love. So I'm not going to be reviewing any of those shows. I may at some point add Love and Marriage. That is a big if right now. But for sure I'm doing Belle Collective. I'm thinking I'm going to add Love and Marriage. But this show is called Belle Collective. So they did a preview special last night on OWN. It came on right after the Haves and the Have-Nots went off. And it was Carlos King and he and Jbsayzwhat. They introduced us to the ladies and they showed the trailer, which the trailer is on YouTube currently if you guys want to go find it. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to, talk about the ladies and just give my opinions of what I see so far, and we'll go from there. All right, you guys. So the first lady that we met, her name is Latrice. And the one thing that I do love about this show so far, that what I can see is these women are boss women in their own respect. It's a lot different from the Real Housewives. Most, not all of the housewives, but most of the housewives, their money came from their men. Whereas with these ladies, they are self-made business women themselves, black owned businesses. And this show actually is a Southern show, so it takes place in Jackson, Mississippi. I saw somebody saying they can't get past the country accents, and I'm like, but it's a Southern show. Like, y'all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they are just as country as these women are. So I don't see the difference. Like, I'm country, although I don't hear it, but I'm country. I live in Texas, for God's sakes. And I hate the Southern stereotypes, how people think that we in Texas ride horses, wear the hats, and wear the cowboy boots. My feet are not equipped for cowboy boots. I wore cowboy boots once for a play when I was in elementary school. It took them motherfuckers back because they hurt my damn feet. But yeah, so the first lady we met, like I said, her name is Latrice. So Latrice has a business. It's called Goddess Length Virgin Hair. Again, like I said, I commend these women. I give them kudos. She said she's a self-made millionaire, millionaire. I think that's what she said. She also said, which I have saw her business before. Like, I've saw the fact that, the weave, you can buy it in a vending machine. Now, the question that I have is for the ladies out there. Would you actually buy weave out of a vending machine? And I'm not shading Latrice or nothing like that. I'm just saying, would you buy weave out of a vending machine? And a lot of people are probably like, but you buy other stuff out of a vending machine. You buy candy, you buy snacks, you buy soda from a vending machine. True, that is true. But see, I'm the type of person, if I buy something from a vending machine and it's not what I wanted, or if it has a funny taste or a bad taste, I throw that shit in the trash. And I'm pretty sure, damn, how does that work though? That's interesting. How much is the weave in the vending machine? So I'm assuming it's a vending machine where you have to go up to it with a debit card or a credit card and purchase the weave, because I can't imagine that weave in a vending machine is 50 cents, $1.75, $1.50. I can't imagine it, because if it costs that much, then I would question the quality of said weave. But hey, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. So we also found out that Latrice is married. Her husband, I think his name is, I forgot what his name. I think it's Cliff or something like that. I think it started with a C. I didn't really get the men's names. We'll talk about the men when we get to the show. This was all about the women. So Latrice and her husband have been married for 5 years. They've been together they've dated for 10 years, and he's 20 years her senior. No problem with that. The only thing that I have an issue with is he comes off, from what I saw, it looks like he's a bit of an asshole. Now, I think, and now you guys can correct me in the comment section, because I was looking, but I forget what those girls look like. So she has some models there. They looked like the Claremont twins. I'm not positive if those were the Claremont twins, but they looked like the Claremont twins, or what I think. Yeah, y'all let me know if those were the Claremont twins, because I have no idea if they were. But I think, for the most part, I think I'm gonna like Latrice. Let's move on to the next lady. All right, the next young lady that we were introduced to is her name is Leticia. Now, Leticia, I'm not trying to be shady or anything, but I really did not. I mean, your wig, because when she bent down, her wig right here, it was humped up, and her makeup, it just looked a little dry. But I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying how it looked to me. Now, I will say that I do like Latrice's business. Latrice has her business is National Women's Brunch Organization. I do love that, where she's bringing together black women to network with one another, and I do like that idea. I do wish that there was something that we did more in the black community, like bring everybody together, not just women, bring men and women alike together, so that way we can network and we can, make our businesses, flourish and thrive like we make the other people's. Like, I mean, look how we go up. Look how people go up for Chick-fil-A. Look how people go up for Raising Cane's, if you know what Raising Cane's is. Look how people go up for Olive Garden, all that kind of stuff. I wish that we as black people could come together and network and build our businesses. Like, I know we talked about the restaurant here in Dallas a few weeks ago in the Week's Hot Topics. I just wish that we as black people could get together and network. And I know, when it comes to down to black people and us supporting each other, one thing that always comes up with black people is the fact that, we have these negative, connotations to doing business with black owned people, black owned businesses. But I've had more positive experiences in black owned than I've had negative. Because for the most part, my barber, she was black. Actually, all my barbers, my whole entire life, have been black. I've never been to anyone that is white to do my hair, cut my hair, as from childhood to adult. My doctor here in Dallas, he's black. What else was? It's back home. There's a soul food restaurant that I used to go to, black owned. So I typically do like black owned businesses. Now, there are some instances where you will get, bad service from a black-owned business, but it's the same that you can get from, our white counterparts. So I do love her idea. I do love the female brunch. I just wish that I wish as, African Americans, we could just pull our resources together and have an event where successful black people, or just people who want to come up, just network with each other and, share your business cards, share your knowledge, share your expertise with each other. I do like that idea. So Leticia, she's married, and her husband's name is Glenn. I did get his name. So I don't think she said how long they've been married. She might have, I didn't catch it. So Leticia's talking about there's infidelity on both their parts. When she said that, I'm like, but why? So if your husband stepped outside of the marriage, and then you say that you in the marriage go to other men to get, some validation, I'm like, at that point, I know you might not want to divorce because you guys have a kid, but your child is gonna grow up, and your child is growing up, and he's seeing that. So it might be beneficial for mommy and daddy to say, hey, this ain't working. Like, you cheating, and I'm having to look elsewhere for some attention. And then she also lets it be known that, Glenn is gone for 28 days because of his job, and he's home for 14 days. Now, when Glenn came in that room and told her, there's no yams in the bedroom and there's no yams in the refrigerator, she's like, but there's bologna, there's hot dogs, and there's ham in there. Fix you a sandwich. Hell, I wouldn't even say fix you a sandwich. Nigga, go to the grocery store, buy some groceries. Cook something for yourself. That's what she told him. That's basically what she was telling him. Put on the apron. But I feel from and this is just a preview, so I don't know this, but it just seemed like Glenn is the typical man that expects, oh, since I'm out in the field working, you be at home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids. I don't follow that. I don't follow that at all. But let's move on to the next lady. All right, you guys. Next, who I think is going to be another one of my favorites, is Dr. Antoinette. She's a dentist and she's also from Michigan. I wonder what part of Michigan she's from, because I'm from Michigan. I love Dr. Antoinette. She she's a completely different version of Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. So she's getting ready to open up her own practice and she's going to name it Mint Dental. And I was like, Mint Dental? Mint Dental. I wonder how she's going to spell it. And you guys might be like, why are you saying it like that? Well, if you guys are in Texas, and more specifically the North Texas area, like Dallas and all that, we have a slew of dentist office here. They're a chain. It's a chain of dentist office. It's called Mint Dentistry. It's one here right across. There's one here by my apartment. So I was like, oh, I don't know if because the Mint Dentistry here, they have hella advertising. So I don't know. But I mean, with her being in Mississippi, I guess it wouldn't hurt. But it would be interesting if, our dentist office here tried to become a chain, so to speak, and move around, franchise, so to speak. But I'm here for it. Now here's the only thing that I have a problem with when it comes to Antoinette. My issue with Antoinette is, so Antoinette was with her ex-husband for 7 years. And, they are divorced now. Actually, Carlos said that they got divorced during filming. Because when he cast her, she was still married. But during the process of filming, they went through a divorce. And he was a white man. So Antoinette had an issue with, kids. And I was thinking to myself, so did you guys not discuss children before you got married? Because that is a big thing. And I think Antoinette had an issue with the kids, people in Jackson making the kids identify themselves. That really shouldn't be a big issue. I know it could be a big issue, but for the most part, it wouldn't be hard. Because she's a fair-skinned lady. So the kids would probably, they would be passable. They would pass. They could pass for white or, oh God. But I don't think you shouldn't put that on a child. So it's up to you as the parent to say what your child is. Now, if y'all disagree on something, however, that would be the issue. But don't let society dictate that. And then, like I said, with the kids, a child growing up, they're not gonna be like, oh, am I black? Am I white? Now, if they go to school and kids, ask them, but kids are gonna be kids. I just think that she should have really sat down with him and discussed that. Like, when we have kids, what are you gonna be okay if on, birth, on records, like, school records, immunization records, if I say that our kids are black? If he says no, then if he says no, he's not gonna have an issue with then you good. Now, if he says but they're white, but they're biracial, they're black and they're white, then that's a discussion you guys have to have. I just wonder if she had a conversation with him prior to getting married. But let's move on. All right, you guys. Next up is Marie. So if you guys didn't watch it, I'm going in order of how we met the ladies. So Marie, another boss woman. So she owns mental health facilities in Mississippi, and she's getting ready to open up another mental health facility. I do love the fact that, the mental health facility is for children and for adults as well. I do love that because, in the black community, it is frowned upon to, seek out mental health. People, they always say, look to God, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's nothing wrong with being on medication as well either. So now Marie's family life, that is some crazy shit for your ass. So she has a husband, his name is Cedric. I'm just gonna go ahead and be blunt with you. Cedric, homeboy, don't look to be 100% straight. Just saying it. I'm not saying the man is gay, but because he's with her and they got kids, he could be bi at best. And then, she has two teenage sons, and she has an adult son, Jerez, who's 21. Marie, you a black mama, first and foremost. I got to put that out there. Why are you putting up with Jerez's bullshit? He's 21 years old, number one, with 3 different baby mamas, and you helping take care of the babies and the mamas. I be hot damn. That nigga was able to lay down with them women, have 3 kids with them, 3 kids with each one of them, and he in your house and he's disrespectful as fuck to you, and you told him to get out, and he punched a hole in the wall. Yeah, you better than me. Because first of all, he wouldn't be in my house at 20. You ain't finna be in my house at 21 if you ain't got a job, the first, or if you ain't in school. One of the two. Figure out what you're gonna do. But you're not gonna be sitting up in my house, free of charge, not paying no bills, eating my food, breathing my, sucking up my AC, my heat, using my water to take a bath, wash your clothes, anything like that. You're not gonna do it in my crib. But then, looking at Jerez, I'm like, I see where Jerez gets it from. He gets it from Cedric, because Cedric ain't no fucking better. The fact that she said that man leaves he goes out for the night, and she don't see him no more to the next morning. And then also, he went to Aruba. She said he was gone for 3 weeks. Cedric, nigga, I be damn. You ain't coming back up in my, first of all, if you leave at night and you're not coming back to the next morning, take all your shit with you. Actually, as soon as you walk out the door, get in the car and leave, I'm gonna pack up all your shit, leave it on the front lawn for your ass. And then when you come back the next morning trying to unlock the door, the locks will have been changed. And you're gonna be like, well, baby, let me in. Fuck you. Wherever you were last night, go back to that nigga, or go back to that nigga. Go back to him. Because that's where you need to stay. The fuck? 3 weeks he's in Aruba on whose dime? That's the other question I want to know. Whose dime is he on? But let's move on to the last lady. All right, you guys. So the last person we met was Tamra. So she is a radio host out there in Mississippi. She has her MBA. She's single. I think she and Antoinette are the only 2 single ones on this cast. Yeah. So we didn't get a lot with Tamra, so this is going to be fairly short. Tamra says she's in her 40s. I'm like 40 plus 10, because your face says otherwise. You know who she does kind of look like in the face? She kind of looks like Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But she's a radio host. She wants to be a correspondent at some point. So we also did see that she does have fibroids, and she did freeze her eggs. Now that conversation that she had with her ex was a little bit cringeworthy for me. Asking him for some sperm. Girl, just go to a sperm bank. It would be much easier, I would think. But yeah, that was, the ladies of Belle Collective. I want you guys to drop down in the comment section. Let me know if you guys will be watching Belle Collective. If you guys watched the previous special, let me know, your thoughts and opinions of the ladies. And like I said, Belle Collective premieres on OWN on January 15th, 10/9 Central. Check your local listings to see, check your guys to see what channel OWN is. And that is going to wrap it up, you guys. And I will see you guys later tonight for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Until then, you guys, you know what to do. Like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware when I drop anything else. And share this video. As always, you guys remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance. And I'll see you guys later.